So I can find that with all the changing technologies and how fast-paced life changes are occurring for a general human adult um, in these times, I realize that I can't really identify with anything. And I have to reach very, very deep into well springs of understanding to try to bring meaning to them. I told my dad last time I talked to him, I do not feel that there is any justice inherent in life. We bring the justice to it. He said, I'm going to have to think about that. And if if this is really understood, we realize that we bring the value to life. And with all of these changing values, all these changing techniques, all these toys and phones and technologies and everything that's changing so quickly, we either, I see two main modes. One is just becoming what I identify with what John David Ebert was talking about, Dasein, this robot autonomism, where they're an automaton and a robot, a zombie, just attaching to whatever is the next technology. And this is very much related to capitalism. You know, whatever is of value next and next and next. Celebrityism. It's a celebrityism of techniques. You know, what the next flash in the pan, reinventing the wheel, the next new mousetrap kind of thing. What they're trapping is the values of desperate people who are just looking for an anchor in their life. And then another form, the other mode of relating is one where we have to reach deep and bring our values to the thing that we're attaching to, identifying with. But in that process, we transform it. It is no longer a thing in itself. It's no longer what it is. It's what we want it to be, or it's what it can get us. So it becomes a means to an end. We drive the car to get us to a destination kind of thing. So we want the car so that we can get to the destination. Well, you know, I haven't had a car in years now. Been riding a bike. And, you know, I can't help but understand that a lot of my experiences have given me instruction and initiation into understanding and realizations that many people would never go through. And if you look at the circumstances of my life, it's really ridiculous how they came about. And it doesn't make rational sense. It's I've been listening to some recordings of Stanislav Grof, and he came up with a term called transrational. He said he got sick and tired of people saying there's rational and irrational behavior. He said, but there's also transrational. The transrational is that which is of an understanding of two realms. Let us say that we can rationally understand calculus. Well, there's a person, let's take for instance, there's a person that has no experience with calculus. Well, calculus then becomes a realm that is irrational to the person that hasn't been trained in it and doesn't understand it and realize its purpose and meaning and value. So they have, calculus becomes irrational to them. In the context of Stanislav Grof, he was saying that there are experiences that are transcendent of ordinary states of consciousness, and yet they still have a rationale of their own, and they can be rationally understood. But if someone is not trained in them, they're irrational. And what he was talking about were birth experiences, birth traumas, that kind of thing, that are reinvented throughout our whole life cycle if we don't, come to terms with them. But in the psychological field that he's working in, a lot of his critics call that irrational psychology. It's not a rational science. And so he said, no, I can give you facts and proof how it's rationally understood, and actually show people coming through the process, reliving the birth process, and showing effective results in psychological terms of where they get over their issues, more so than typical speech analysis, where they can go years and years and years and never get any resolution to the problem. So he coined the term transrational.